And welcome to the Film Geek. I'm Kyle Luters. Thank you for joining us here on our second episode. We've got a couple of movies to review this week, so let's get to it. My new movie for the week is Jumper. It's a movie that follows the adventures of a young man who has the ability to teleport, or jump, into any point in the world. He does this by simply looking at a photograph. The main character, David, learns of his ability at the age of 15 and enjoys a life of privilege for 8 years before he is discovered by the Paladon. The Paladon is a group from the government whose sole purpose is to hunt down the jumpers. David also finds his middle school sweetheart, Millie. He has to fight an internal battle of whether or not to tell her about his ability. There's the story, now let's look at a clip.
David, open the door!
This thing that just happened could set me free. But why settle on one place when you could have the whole world?
I think there's something you're not telling me. If you don't want to tell me everything, that's fine. Just don't lie to me.
It must be hard, living like this with no family, friends.
David! Hey, you! If you can hear me, you can come home.
What I'd like to know is how you rob a bank without opening any doors.
And who are you?
You think you could go on like this forever? Living like this with no consequences? There are always consequences.
Jumper scores major points for having groundbreaking special effects. Having David jump in and out of the scene and all over the world was accomplished seamlessly. Hayden Christensen plays David, and his performance was disappointing to say the least. He couldn't make me believe that he was mature enough to play David at age 23. Samuel L. Jackson plays the head of the Paladon. Jackson's performance was slightly better than Christensen's, but I still cannot understand why his character had white hair. There was little or no story in the movie, which was disappointing. The film did not go into the mythology or the history of the Jumpers or the Paladon. Having a history or a backstory probably would have helped quite a bit. A backstory could have possibly set up a strong trilogy of movies. However, the chances of that happening are lost due to the low story quality from the first one. I would have to say wait for TBS on this one, but because the special effects are so good, I say it's worthy of a rental. And now it is time for our pick from the past. Last week we reviewed Batman. This week we're going to stay in the same genre but with a different type of movie. My pick this week involves an island, animals, and an infamous toilet scene. Jurassic Park is the pick from the past this week. Many of you viewers are probably familiar with the movie, but let's refresh your mind a bit. The movie is about an adventure capitalist whose company creates an island with genetically engineered dinosaurs. After an accident that resulted in the death of a worker, the investors in the company demand an on-site safety inspection. A group of experts are assembled to travel to the island. Upon leaving for a tour, an employee of the park commits corporate espionage and shuts down the park system with the power out. The dinosaurs escape and the chaos ensues. In what becomes a battle for survival, all the characters must come together to restore power and get off the island. There's the story, now let's take a look at a clip.
Welcome to Jurassic Park.
We've made living biological attractions so astounding that they'll capture the imagination of the entire planet.
The most phenomenal discovery of our time
How'd you do this?
becomes the greatest adventure of all time.
Can I touch it?
Sure.
Universal Pictures presents
You feel that?
Hold on to your butts.
a Steven Spielberg film.
Fences are failing all over the park.
Yeah, that's nice. Gotta go.
An adventure
Look out! No!
I can't get Jurassic Park back online.
65 million years in the making. Jurassic Park.
At the time of its release, Jurassic Park generated an enormous amount of fanfare. It was the first time that CGI had been used to recreate animals, let alone bring creatures back from the dead. By the end of its theatrical release, Jurassic Park had become, at that time, the highest-grossing movie of all time. The movie was adapted from a book by Michael Crichton. The visuals in the movie are amazing, as well as the music and special effects. The plot is a little thin, but still has enough substance to make a good story. To wrap it up, the dinos from Jurassic Park are worthy of a date, popcorn, and a cold Coca-Cola. Well, that will wrap it up for our second episode of the Film Geek. We want to give a special thank you to Carmike Theaters and Charlie Clark of the Lawton Constitution for helping us put together our show. On behalf of Dr. Matt Jenkins and the entire crew down here at CUTV, I'm the Film Geek Kyle Luters, and we'll see you at the box office.